Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined again by the head wrestling coach of the Hofstra Pride, Dennis Papadatos. And Coach, the regular season is over. A 10-10, a solid 10-10 season, 4-4 in the EIWA, with a split of two matches on Saturday at the David S. Mack Physical Education Center, defeating Brown, losing to Harvard. Your assessment of the weekend?
Coming in the beginning of the year, as I said, I actually thought Brown was going to be a better team, and maybe they are, but Harvard beat Brown this year. So I was excited about the Brown match, and Brown was a big, we thought we could win both. We didn't. It is what it is, but there's progress. As I keep telling everyone, I'm sure they're doing all the right things, but Brown is better than they were 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, they shut us out and we didn't score an offensive point. In fact, not only did we not score an offensive point, I'm pretty sure every time we escaped, they cut us. Like, they let us go. Like, I don't think we earned, on paper, we didn't score an offensive point, and I don't think we earned a point against Brown 2 years ago. To come back, they're better than they were 2 years ago, and to win is a testament of how far we've come. So, we wanted 2 wins. We thought we were capable of getting 2 wins. Harvard did a great job. I don't know if we didn't. I actually think Harvard did just a really good job, more so than maybe we did a poor job, if that makes sense. I think they did a really good job that weekend.
24-18 win over Brown and 25-9 over Harvard. Two consistents in the 2 matches were Nazar Haddad and Michael Hughes. You have to feel really good about them heading into the CAA, into the EIWA championships.
Oh, for sure. But also, I would have to say, when I really look at it, Sage probably wrestled between the 2 teams. Harvard, their best kid was the kid Sage had, and he was in the match. Was trying to score late to go to overtime, but got taken down to lose by 4 when he was losing by 2. And the Bryce Rogers kid from Brown. He was the #1 overall recruit in the country last year, coming out of in his weight class. He wrestled in the Dapper Dan for Florida through. He was a huge recruit. Where Sage wasn't as big of a recruit as Bryce Rogers was. So even though he's a true freshman, the kid has a winning record. He's doing well as a true freshman. So it was a good win for Sage over a good kid that he'll have to beat again. There was some consistency, which is we needed to do a better job of maximizing some of our positions, Harvard didn't let us really get going, so could be better, but I'm not a firm believer in the philosophy. It could be worse, but it could have been worse, right? So progress for sure.
Well, this week is the busiest non-competition week in the NCAA wrestling schedule as allocations come out. Obviously, RPI and coaches panel will be coming out, and they'll all affect the allocations and the future of the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships, as well as the qualifying tournaments. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the EIWA qualifying tournament is at Hofstra on March 3rd and 4th, Saturday and Sunday. We'd like to see a great turnout here on Long Island to see 16 great teams from the EIWA compete. And it will be a very competitive tournament. Obviously, looking based on past history, Cornell.
Cornell and Lehigh. It was another year where last year Cornell was supposed to take, Lehigh was supposed to take it, and Cornell got it done. And then this year, Cornell beat Lehigh. This year they're doing it again. It's probably, you'd have to favor Cornell. They won it like 12 years in a row. Cornell and Lehigh both top 10 teams. So, and then there's, our conference is tough, man. There is the whole wrestling nation got tougher. Like, the people that are at the lowest end, which we've been. Now we've thank goodness climbed out at least of the lowest end. No one stinks anymore, man. Everyone that puts the team out there can wrestle. So you got to always be ready to go. So our conference is very good at that, and hosting it means a big deal. We have Long Island guys and Ricky Stam and Chris Moriello and Mike Hughes and not traveling, working in our room, making weight on your weight material. There's just a lot of good to wrestling at home. It's why we have the big home schedule to get ready for the home event of the IWA. So we're excited about it.
One thing that I do want to ask you, and I know I'm not going to become popular with the major Division I programs in NCAA Division I wrestling. Of course, they don't know who I am anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I know who you are.
But the difference of roster sizes between like the majors, let's say the top 15 programs, maybe even top 10 programs.
I would say everybody.
Okay, there are kids, student athletes who will sit on the bench for 4 years rather than go to a place where they can work.
Yeah.
If there was ever a proposal for like roster size limits, because obviously there's some schools that have 40, 50 members on their team.
Navy's in our conference, they have 56.
Yep.
We have a roster cap of 20.
Would you be in favor of something like that?
Oh yeah, we have the smallest roster cap in the country. I say it all the time. I try to put it behind it because there are a few positives to having a smaller roster cap, very few, and we try to use those in our favor. You know, so I try to put it behind us, but it is, you know, it's hard putting people out there, you know, developing people when you don't have workout partners. You know, the proudest fact I have for the year, and I actually put it on Twitter and I got a ton of traction. In fact, one of the outlets reached out to us and they want to do a story on it. We have a 20-man roster cap. You know, one guy left in semester, we had 19. We redshirted 3 with 16 guys. We wrestled 20 dual meets and we didn't forfeit a weight one time.
That's right.
And it can be done, you know, and it is way harder than anyone even possibly imagines. Because some of these teams that have 40 kids on the team sometimes forfeit weights. We got Andy Wetstein, who's the best trainer, and we had guys that are tough. But we also made it a culture. We are not forfeiting. If our 57-pounders down, we have 2 49-pounders. Someone's bumping up in wrestling. You know what I mean? And that's just the way it's going. And our guys buy into it, that we refuse to forfeit. And we've had some luck because we only have 125-pounder. So if he gets a skin infection or he hurts his ankle and he has to sit, we have to. There's no choice. So we've had a little bit of luck on our side. But also, we made sure that we got it done and our trainers on our side and make sure our guys are accessible and able to compete. So, yeah, it's, you know, the next smallest roster cap in the country is 26 and we're at 20. The national average is 32. Like I said, there's people in our conference that have 50.
Yep.
It's, you know, Lehigh has 40, I believe. Like,
well, sadly for you, there is no legislation on the docket.
Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
All right, let's look ahead at the allocations for this week now. What do you expect when they come out on Thursday?
It's hard to say. You know, the final coaching rank will be done tomorrow. You know, I think most weights will have between like 4 and 7. And then we'll play it by ear. We have a pretty good idea, but you never know what the last coaching rank gets a little crazy sometimes because everyone knows this is the one that go the allocations over and people really hone in. So we'll know in about 2 days. I know it's hard to really say, but I would think the average weight will get between 4 and 7 from everything I can see. But there's a weight like right now, 25 may only get 2. Heavyweight's probably going to get 6. We think 74 is going to get 6. We think 33 is only going to get 3. You know, but we'll find out and then we'll position ourselves, and we're getting ready this week to, no matter what it is. As I told the guys yesterday, nobody earned these spots. All you do during the year is you earn your seed. No one earned their place in the tournament. Some guys earned their seed, some guys earned a spot for the conference, but it's not their spot anymore. They earned it for the conference. Right. It's anyone's up for grabs, and that's how you have to look at it. As you can't say, well, that guy qualified the spot, it's his. No, it's not. It's not his.
Well, we will talk next Tuesday, next Tuesday, and we'll talk about allocations, we'll talk about the tournament.
I think our pre-seeds should be out by then, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I believe our pre-seeds will be out as well.
It might be Wednesday, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Either way, we'll look forward to that, and have a good week of practice. Good 10 days, next 12 days of practice.
Getting ready to ease
for
off.
the EIWA Championships. And come on out, Long Island, come on out to the David S. Mack Sports and Exhibition Complex, March 3rd and 4th. Tickets are available. You can come up to the Hofstra Athletic box office in the Mack Sports Complex during normal business hours. You can purchase tickets online at hofstratickets.com, and you can also make a phone call into the Hofstra ticket office to purchase your tickets. But hopefully we'll see you on Saturday and Sunday, March 3rd and 4th. And Coach, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
And thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.